The world according to Rich. Being tall. Well, it's annoying more times than it's cool. Let's be honest. Being tall isn't all it's cracked up to be. Now, I know those who are less than average height are going to say, better than being short. Well, no it isn't. Trust me, it's a hell of a lot easier to compensate for a short person than it is to compensate for a taller one. Let's look at the evidence. Clothing is a pain in the ass to find. No two ways about it. When you do finally find the right leg length, the clothes are so ugly you wouldn't dress a giraffe in them. Same with shirts and jackets. Try finding a suit that fits. You'll be hard pressed to find one off the peg, which means you'll have to pay through the ass to have one tailor-made. Shoes are exactly the same. You're paying more to cater for something you have absolutely no control over. I can understand if you're so grotesquely fat you have to wear a top, but come on, you can't help how tall you are, and I can't exactly take a chunk out of my foot to squeeze into a size 10 or 11. I'm 15, can I? Therefore, I'm expected to pay upwards of £60 for a pair of simple shoes, whereas others can get them for about 25 to 30. Sound fair to you? Fuckers. Cars. As I had already alluded to in a previous rant, finding affordable transport when you're north of 6'3" is a task and a half. Fitting in the car is one thing, but actually having a car you can use for anything other than driving by yourself is difficult. I can fit a maximum of 2 when I'm driving, and if someone has no legs, then it's all good, let me know and I'll hack them off for you. And I can only just afford to insure the car I've got now. If you're young and tall, you're fucked, automotively frankly, and I'm 6'8", so imagine how bad that is. Theme parks. Probably one of the most annoying factors. Very rarely have I met a roller coaster in the UK that has enough leg room for someone who actually possesses legs. It's depressing, because I always feel like I'm missing out. I want to vomit on the 6-year-old girls in the car behind just as much as the next man, but can't because whoever makes the ride can't add an extra 5 inches to the front of the seats. I actually almost got my head taken off in America riding one. There was a low wooden sign, and if my girlfriend at the time hadn't grabbed my head, I'd probably be typing this from the morgue in North Carolina. Yeah. People. Yes, people. That's the biggest annoyance I have when it comes to this issue. I know I'm tall, I don't need to be reminded every 5 seconds by you or anyone else. If there was a PhD in stating the fucking obvious, with a bachelor's in dumbassery, then the people who stand gawping and saying, wow, he's tall, would graduate with honours. I also hate it when people come up to me and ask me if I play any generic sport where large people are employed. Do you play basketball? Do you play rugby? Why not? It's a bit like asking a midget, do you get shot out of a cannon? Are you involved in the theatrical version of Snow White? It's offensive. And I don't play either because they just don't interest me. Sure, I'd probably be okay at basketball, but I'm not going to run and sign up just because I'm 6'8". But it seems people think that's the only thing I can do because of that. Piss off. I'll go play bikini volleyball if I want to. It really pisses me off too when people whisper to each other and stare at me instead of striking up a conversation. If you approached me and said, excuse me, how tall are you? Fine, I'd smile and tell you, and have a nice chat. But instead people just whisper and giggle and make me feel rather uncomfortable. People who know me well know I'm an incredibly gentle giant, hard to believe reading some of these rants I know. That said, it confused me during my school days that people seem to think it a good idea to single out the biggest guy with the biggest fists to pick on. If I wasn't me, I probably could have easily hurt someone. I think I've only ever punched someone 2 or 3 times in my whole life, and that was when they pushed me a little bit too far. Jibes against me I can take, but my friends and family no. I remember once I was freezing cold after walking to school in the snow, only to be told it was closed, and some fucknut decided to smash a snowball in the side of my face. I turned around, calmly grabbed him by the collar and lamped him so hard he couldn't stand up for a few minutes, then walked home. Funnily enough, the abuse stopped after that. In conclusion, being tall isn't all it's cracked up to be. Sure, there are people bigger than me, but I'm not living their lives. I'm stuck with mine, and frankly it'd be a lot easier if people could just get to know me before thinking I'll eat their child and house.